So we're going to talk about right now, talking terminology. This is a segment of the show where if there's terminology that you hear in the barn from your trainer, from your veterinarian, just from people in the bar in general, or your farrier. Mike's got a whole dictionary of all the terms that we use here on the show that we made up.
We make them up too, yeah, exactly.
So this is a term called EPM, or the Equine Protozoal Myeloencephalitis. So when we're talking about that, why I think of encephalitis, being from Florida, I think of like mosquitoes and stuff in the summertime. It's really, really bad. That's the only time
mosquitoes get encephalitis.
Mosquitoes are the ones that give you encephalitis.
Okay, gotcha.
Down in Florida. So when I hear encephalitis, I think of mosquitoes. So what are we talking about? Are we talking about mosquitoes here in the cold season, or is this another totally different entity altogether?
This is a kind of a different critter, and it is one of our primary carriers would be possums.
Okay.
And we definitely got possums around here, and it can be carried, as I understand, by birds and the bird poo and all that sort of deal.
Poo.
The bird poo. Yes, when you step in poo, in possum poo, and they pick it up through that. And horses, when they do have problems with it, the problem in our part of the country is most horses have had some level of exposure because we got plenty of possums, but they'll start getting, you'll notice horses losing. That.
Take your time. Sip of coffee, Mike. Sip of coffee.
They get where they're losing motor control in the back end. Some of them, the attitudes have changed. Some of them, I've seen horses that have gotten rather explosive because I think they feel insecure and unsafe. And I've been caught up in the bad end of that. Some of the way they track will not. They used to track in a straight line. They start drifting off to one side. And one of the old school tests is taking their tail out to a 90 and giving it a tug. And typically, most horses are going to pull back. Horses they say they had the EPM, the old school test is, well, they'd wobble over, correct? So if they'll stabilize themselves and pull back, they probably haven't got EPM. Now, there are real tests for it other than pulling on their tail. And before you go pull on your horse's tail, you make sure that
they're aware that you're back there.
They're aware you're back there because you could go pull your wife's mare's tail and she could plant you across the barn because she's like, you fool, bam.
Or end up like your buddy that got snatched up by the horse.
Right.
You end up buying one of those upside down bat beds.
After one of those